Welcome to the Freedom Property Podcast, the modern real estate brand empowering excellence. What is going on, Freedom Property Podcast Show? We are back. We've got a cool guest in today. This is Kyle Steenson. Kyle is not yet a real estate agent with us here at Freedom, but he will be one day. Why don't you tell us, Kyle? What do you do here?
So right now I work for Luke Nel, and I'm just the buy manager. So I do
Not just the buy manager.
I deal with all our buyers and all our leads as well that come in, and deal with all the hottest people that are looking to purchase a home.
So you have two hats on during the day, do you? So you do buyer management and you do lead qualification.
Yeah. Obviously, each team run differently here at Freedom, but it's all the same process.
Yeah.
Look, doing the leads. So when obviously a new listing goes live, all those leads coming in, taking care of all of those, while Luke's out dealing with the listings itself.
Yeah. You got a good team.
Yeah, he focuses on the listing side of things. I focus on all the buyers.
Let's start from the start, hey?
Yeah, here we go.
How old are you?
Freshly 18. Yeah, start of the year.
Wow.
So, yeah.
There you go. So you went to school.
Yeah.
Was there anything in between school before starting here?
No. I mean, like in job wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously just your normal high school job, worked at KFC.
Nice.
Also worked at a media company as well.
Yeah.
So just working in that. But yeah, obviously, your KFC and just every high school kid ever, they work at Macca's, KFC, something like that.
I was in Coles.
Yeah, there we go.
The deli, so chicken as well, I guess. So yeah, no, that's a great place to start. And it's led you to real estate.
Exactly, yeah. Who would have thought how's that happened? But no, yeah.
So did you know you wanted to be a real estate agent?
100%.
Yeah?
Yeah. For the longest time. I remember because obviously I lived in my property or where my parents live for pretty much my entire life. So then when we did sell it, we had the real estate come in. I was like just super intrigued by it and how real estate was.
Yeah.
I actually emailed the person and was like, hey, can I come like wing underneath you? Never heard anything back. I was also like 12 at the time though, so it makes sense. But yeah, and then when sort of getting towards the end of high school, I pretty much emailed and called every real estate agency from the top of Brisbane all the way down.
Yeah.
And yeah, you guys were one of the first people to get back to me. So,
legend. Good work. Yeah, nice. I did a similar thing. I was working at a company and there was an ad out and I managed to secure this job, but it didn't feel like real estate to me when I first started. I was working at this real estate company and it was just like, nah, this real estate's definitely got to be better than this.
Yeah.
And there was like some of the top agents in the Redlands City and I went in and saw them and I was just like, I want to work for you. And there was like 3 of them that sat down with me and I eventually got in with Randall and I was a similar age to you, 18.
Yeah, I think for me as well, I never wanted to go to uni. I couldn't do it. Like, especially during high school, I just hated studying. I just couldn't just sit down and focus on studying and reading a book. And I think as well, going further into the future, I didn't want to go do another 4 years of school. I just couldn't see myself doing that anymore. So I wanted to jump straight into a career.
Seriously.
And I think as well in today's society, uni for me is just going there, get a piece of paper. You know what I mean? Like for me, I didn't think it was going to further myself in any way.
I think in the future, like people will look back and be like, you went to what a classroom and sat in a classroom for like years on end to study, like people will be checking into the metaverse in the future.
Yeah, literally. It's unbelievable as well because like they're all doing 4 years more of study while I'm getting 4 years of life experience. You know what I mean? I just see it as life experience is everything. Like what's an employer look for? What are they going to look for? A piece of paper or someone that's got a bit of experience in life?
Yeah, you're pretty switched on for an 18-year-old. You know what's happening. Then you're going to be a future superstar for us. But why real estate?
I think for that exact reason that I've just said is I always wanted to jump straight into a career. Also, I think money isn't everything, don't get me wrong, but I think that the harder you work in real estate, the more you can get paid. I think it's something Tom Panos, I'm sure a lot of people in real estate know, is that, it's the easiest. I can't even remember what it is, but you know what I'm trying to say. I can't even think of the quote right now.
The easiest low-paying job or the hardest high-paying job?
Yeah, right? that's the one. Like that, you know what I mean? And so, but it's very true. The harder you work, the more you can get paid. it's also the flexibility, I guess, as well when you're your own agent, is that if you need to take a day off, but for some sort of reason, it's a lot easier than, I've got to call my boss up, need to, go take a day off. So I think in that aspect as well, real estate really appealed to me.
So how did you arrive here? The way at Freedom, like how did you arrive? Let's talk to the audience about this story, because there's a lot of people that watch this show. They watch this podcast show, listen to it, and they are approaching me right now. So tell them how you got here.
I think I came through on, it was the Freedom website. They had like a link that said join the team, and I'd emailed on there, and then 5 minutes later I had a call from Joel, I believe it was, who said, hey, look, we'd love to set up a meeting. When are you free? And so on my last day of high school, I actually missed half my day to come have a meeting with you. And we sat outside and we had a bit of a chat, and you ran me through the process of how it would sort of work, because I didn't know that buyer manager was even a thing. I didn't know lead qualifier was a thing or any of that. I just thought you jumped straight into real estate, which also I'm so glad it is the way it is here at Freedom, because imagine a little 18-year-old kid trying to jump out there all on his own with no experience, no knowledge at all. I'd be freaking out. So, it's definitely such an amazing opportunity working here.
No, it's awesome, bro. It's so good. I did a 12-month traineeship when I first started as well. I did it for the whole office. I didn't do it like I did with an individual agent like you're doing it. So like the way you're doing it is perfect, I reckon, because like you're learning. And I remember when I sat with you and I was like, I'm going to take on this young guy. I'm going to take him on. But there's Luke Nel from our team, who is one of our best agents at Freedom Property. He's a really great guy, and he's a great person to learn from. And I've been saying to him, I'm like, bro, you need to get some help, because you can take your business to the next level, which is what has happened this year. And I was just like, I'm going to give you Kyle. I was going to take you on, and I was going to have you a part of our team. But I was like, you're going to do well for Luke. And you'll learn a lot of Luke as well. So it was a good match at the time. And he nearly employed somebody else, didn't he?
He did. I actually had to fight for it. Like it was, it was pretty scary. Like I remember that the call, I think I called you up because it had got to, because obviously I came for my meeting with you at the end of November, just before, obviously school finished. And then you said, I'll contact you in January. Came around January, I hadn't heard anything yet. So I was like, I can't wait any longer. I'm calling him up. I'm texting. And then I'd actually received a call earlier that morning from Luke. Didn't pick up. So I called you. He's like, I think Luke's tried to give you a call. Call him back. And so I'd given him a call. Luke is probably the most honest and open guy I've ever met in my entire life, because straight away he gave me the rundown. He's like, I want to be honest with you. It's between you and someone else that probably has a bit more experience, is a little bit older. And straight away I was just like, I'm not having this. Like, you need to go with me. I'm younger. I'm going to be more hungry. Like, don't even look at this other guy. You need to go with me. Ended our phone call, and then would have been probably, I want to say a few hours later, he gave me the call back, and he's like, when can you come in? Let's sit down and have a chat.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, like behind the scenes, I said to Luke, I'm like, you need to get this young guy. And like, I'm telling you, I was going to take you on if he didn't. And he's like, look, I've already sort of said I was going to go with this other person. And I was just like, well, give him a call and suss it out. And then you did what you did afterwards, which I didn't tell you to do that. You just naturally did it. And Luke came over to me and he's like, this guy's pretty good actually. And I was like, that's exactly what you need. I'm like, he's done the right thing, and that was so good to watch that. And then you met with Luke, and we are where we are now.
Yeah, we sat in this exact room as well. So I think I came in, it was just like a training. I think it was the first day I came in was, we do obviously Thursday training. The whole team does Thursday training. And then after that, we came in here and we had a bit of a chat about everything. And he's just like, bring it on, bro, let's do it.
Seriously.
And I sort of spoke about each other's goals and where he wants to be at, because obviously joining someone's team, my biggest thing is I want to make sure they reach all their goals and more. And it was really good as well, because a lot of our goals lined up together.
Nice.
So it was such a perfect fit. Couldn't have worked any better, I don't think.
No, it's awesome. Yeah, it's an exciting business you're a part of there because it's Luke. He's like such a good agent. Like everything he goes for, he gets. So he just needs to now get into the door more. He needs to get through into people's houses more because as soon as they meet Lukey, they understand like you know that's the kind of agent they want in front of their buyer. So all you have to do now is help him get through that door, and he's going to convert this business for you.
100%. I just look at myself as like the ultimate wingman. I just need to wingman him through the entire way.
Seriously.
And yeah, I think it's something that Jake, your brother, tells us a lot about. Like you just got to be with them the entire way, like support them the entire way. Like you're there to help them out. Yeah. And so that's all I see myself doing is
Yeah, and you're learning this process at the moment because when you become an agent yourself, which, you know, could be in the next couple of years, next year, however soon you want to do this, you know, you can then train the next person to do exactly what you already know now how to do.
100%.
So you just keep doing the role that you're doing and do it to the best of your ability.
Definitely.
So that you know how to do it well, you know. So let's talk about what you actually do during the day then. So we touched on it briefly before, but so you wear two hats. You wear the buyer management hat and you wear the lead qualification hat. Let's talk about leads to start with. So talk to me about the lead process.
So leads is very new to me as well. I've only started in the last couple of weeks. But pretty much it's when someone's inquiring on a property, they'll give me a call or they go through an inquiry through realestate.com. I'll give them a call and it's just sort of talking them through the process, finding out what they're looking for in the property. A lot of the time it's price indication, but it's just trying to motivate them to get to those open homes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's what the lead qualification role is. It's about figuring out who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Just asking questions, 100%. You know. Your job isn't to sell the property to them at this moment. Your job is to figure out who that person is. So again, just keep fizzing questions at these people.
100%. It's just, I think all is just, motivation. Getting motivated, especially about that property that you're on. And if it doesn't work out, that's when it goes into that buy management role is where then I find out what they're looking for and I can help them from there.
Yeah, that's it. So you're ringing the lead, you create the buying opportunity for yourself basically. So as Luke's team grows, you might have a buyer manager to be added to and then the lead qualifier then passes it over to the buyer manager. You know, if they've got a listing, then they would be passed over to the listing agent as well. But as a team, you all work together. You all know where everyone's at. But at the moment, you're doing these two roles. So you would basically tell this lead that you've qualified them now and created a buying opportunity on them. So now talk to me about the buying opportunities. Like what do you do with them?
So with them, obviously, we're getting all their requirements. So finding out what they're looking for, if it's acreage, if it's 600 square meters plus, a 422. Then from that, we can use it to find off-market properties that might suit them really well. And you're calling them once a week, every 3 days, just keep touching base with them, checking out what they need, if they've purchased yet, if not, sending them properties to check out.
Yeah, definitely. So what's working for you when you're speaking to these buyers?
Just being really personable, just like really working out who they are. I think that's the biggest thing as well is not just being like, hey, here's a property, see you later. Because then half the time you're not actually finding out what they want. You need to really deep dive and find out what they're really looking for, what's their motivation for wanting to move, and just going from there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and I think like leveraging Luke through the door as well 100%. For you, like, he's the attraction agent. Like you don't have the name yet. You will have it. But at the moment, you just keep dropping Luke's name into the conversations with the buyers. So they feel like that Luke hasn't gone missing. He's just so busy handling the things that he has to handle. But we don't want to waste any opportunity down here. So when these buyers get to a certain stage, that's when Luke would take over, wouldn't he? And, make that deal happen.
100%, especially when, there's super hot buyers or, as I said before, he's with all those listings. He's focusing on that part which a seller wants the agent to focus on is those listings. Well, I'm focusing on all the buyers, getting them to the listings.
Yeah, 100%, mate, 100%. What's your favorite part of real estate?
I think it's the environment, to be honest. I think that's the best thing ever, especially here at Freedom. It's just the culture we have here. I just enjoy coming to work, which obviously coming from somewhere like KFC or, anywhere else, it's very different. Like it's also such an interesting industry. Like I said as well, the harder you work, the more you get paid, or even just, you have that opportunity to work harder. That's one thing I never wanted to do is work a normal 9 to 5. I just couldn't see myself doing it because I feel like you just get so bored so quickly. Like if I want to stay here till 6 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock at night, I can. Like, you know what I mean? I like to work and I want to keep working. And so having that opportunity in real estate is just the best thing ever.
Do you think, like, for a young person, it's nice to see the path?
100%. I couldn't see it happening any other way.
Yeah, that's it. Because, it's like this, what we've created with this buyer management role, this lead qualification role, then moving people into sales agents after that. It's this little journey that you're on right now, eh?
100%. I think you need that journey as well. Like, if you just got thrown straight into the deep end, obviously when you're out on your own, that's your reputation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you mess that up, you're not going to get listings.
Yeah.
So I think doing it this way, you're learning a lot.
Yeah.
You're getting all the knowledge that, especially as someone that is young, you need. Like, for older people or anyone in general, your home's your biggest asset most of the time, you know what I mean? So it's super important to have that knowledge. And as a young person going through this process, it's probably the most important thing possible.
That's it. And you're dealing with volume, you know, like if you were to start your own business, you wouldn't have the amount of buyers to speak to.
Yeah.
Like, whereas Luke's got a lot of buyers. So, you know, you've got all these buyers to speak to and learn what's right, what's maybe you could have said better.
Yeah.
You know, learn how to motivate these people better, you know. So, yeah, it's exciting. Yeah, you're going to be good. You're going to be a good sales agent, you know. Like, what are your goals? Like, what do you want to do? Do you want to be a sales agent?
100%. Yeah, sales agent is definitely the top. My actual long-term goal is, so my little brother is also going to come join real estate.
Awesome.
And same situation as you. We're hoping that one day I'll go out on my own first. He'll go out on his own, and then, we'll link up together. I just like the idea of having two heads. You know what I mean? Like, you can double the amount of work you can do instead of, I think a lot of people can see it two different ways. It's the same as a half glass empty, half glass full. You know what I mean? Like, if some people be like, oh, we only have half the work to do, I see it more of like, we can double the work. And so I think, long-term goal, same sort of thing. Maybe even open up my own office.
Fantastic.
In freedom, do something, with freedom somewhere, go somewhere else. And me and my brother open up an office somewhere.
It's inspirational, bro. That's so exciting. There'll be people watching this, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like 18-year-olds watching this, and they're gonna be like, oh my God, like this kid has got his future mapped out.
Yeah.
Do you know how powerful that is? Like, you know where you're going in life. That's inspirational, you know. Like, you've got your goal over here, you know, but hopefully this goal is so big that, you know, you're just always going to chase it.
100%.
You know?
Oh yeah, like things. I don't know if you said that Matthew McConaughey thing where he's like his idol is himself in 10 years.
Yeah, nice.
And so every time he gets to that point in 10 years, it's like his idol is then him in another 10 years another 10 years. He'll never ever reach that goal.
Yeah.
But it's always, you always need something to chase.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome, bro. That's exciting.
Yeah.
So you're enjoying Freedom Life?
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, like I said before, that this culture at Freedom, I think, is just everything. It's probably what I most enjoy when I first came here, as well as I felt instantly comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's like nowhere else, 100%.
No, we're glad we got you here, bro. And I thought it would be awesome to bring on someone like yourself onto the show because, there's, like I say, it's a part we always have the sales agents in. So we haven't had a buyer manager in yet. So you're the first buyer manager to come in. So, thank you for telling us your story. Looking forward to seeing what happens with your career. I think, within the next few years, you get into sales and keep a lookout for this young man.
Let's do it.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Cheers, buddy.